If you are within 5 years of retirement, there are 10 questions you need to answer honestly. And most people only ever ask about 3 of them. The other 7 are the ones that quietly destroy retirement plans, drain savings faster than expected, and leave couples blaming each other a decade after the final paycheck. By the end of this video, you will have the exact list every financial planner wishes their clients walked in with. Grab a notebook. Some of these will hit hard. Some of these will hit hard. Grab a notebook. Some of these will hit hard. Retirement is not just a financial decision. It is a series of decisions about money, health, identity, time, and family. And the people who get it right almost always have one thing in common: time and family. And the people who get it right almost always have one thing in common: they ask the hard questions before they handed in their notice, not after. A recent survey from the Employee Benefit Research Institute found that nearly half of retirees end up retiring earlier than planned, often without a clear answer to even one of these 10 questions. Let us start with question number 1. Number 1, have you actually run the numbers on what your retirement will cost? This sounds obvious, but fewer than 1 in 3 Americans within 5 years of retirement can answer this question with real numbers. And that single gap is the biggest predictor of running out of money in retirement. The math is simple, even if the math is painful. Take your current monthly expenses. Subtract anything that ends in retirement, like commuting or work clothes. Add anything that increases, like travel, hobbies, or healthcare. Multiply that monthly figure by 12, then multiply that annual number by 25. That is roughly the minimum nest egg you need to retire safely, based on the well-tested 4% withdrawal rule. If that number scared you, that is the entire point of asking the question now. Number 2, do you have a plan for healthcare costs before Medicare kicks in at 65? Healthcare is the single largest expense most retirees underestimate. And the years between early retirement and Medicare eligibility are the most dangerous. One unexpected illness in that window can erase a decade of savings. A healthy 62-year-old couple retiring today should expect to pay between $1,500 and $2,000 per month for private health insurance. And that is before any actual medical care. Across a typical retirement, the average couple needs around $315,000 set aside just for medical expenses. According to Fidelity's latest projections, if you do not know exactly how you will cover the gap between your last paycheck and your first Medicare card, you are not ready yet. Number 3, what happens to your plan if the market drops 30% in your first year of retirement? This is called sequence of returns risk, and it is the silent killer of retirement plans. 2 retirees can have identical savings, identical withdrawals, and identical average market returns. One runs out of money while the other dies wealthy. The only difference is when the bad years hit. Bad markets in your first 5 years of retirement do permanent damage because you are withdrawing from a shrinking pile. Financial researchers call these years the retirement red zone. The fix is having 2 to 3 years of expenses in cash or short-term bonds, so you never have to sell stocks at a loss to pay your bills. If you do not have that cash buffer built right now, you are one bad year away from a much smaller retirement. Number 4, have you and your spouse honestly talked about how you will spend your days together? This is the question nobody puts on a financial planning checklist, and it is the one that ends marriages. Couples who spent 40 years building a life around work suddenly face 7,000 additional hours of unstructured time per year with the same person in the same house. Marriage counselors report a noticeable rise in what they call gray divorce after age 50. A major contributor is mismatched expectations about retirement life. One spouse imagines traveling across the country in an RV. The other imagines volunteering at the library down the street. Both are valid. Neither has been said out loud. Sit down. Compare visions. Find the overlap before you sign the retirement paperwork. Number 5. Do you have a clear strategy for when to claim Social Security? This single decision can swing your lifetime retirement income by more than $100,000. Most people make it based on emotion rather than math. They claim at 62 because they are worried the system will not last. That decision permanently cuts their monthly check by around 30% for the rest of their lives. Every year you delay claiming Social Security between 62 and 70 increases your monthly benefit by roughly 7 to 8%. That is a guaranteed inflation-adjusted return that no stock market can match. For married couples, the higher earner delaying as long as possible also locks in a larger survivor benefit for whoever lives longer. If you have not run claiming scenarios using a free Social Security calculator, do it before you make any other retirement decision. Number 6. What happens to your income if you live to 95? Most retirement plans quietly assume you will die at the average life expectancy of around 78, but averages hide the real risk. A 65-year-old American couple today has a roughly 50% chance that one of them will live past 90. There is a 1 in 4 chance one will reach 95. Living longer than your money is the worst-case outcome of any retirement plan. The fix is building income streams that do not depend on a shrinking portfolio. That means delayed Social Security, a possible annuity for guaranteed lifetime income, and keeping at least 30% of your portfolio in stocks well into your 80s to keep pace with inflation. If your plan only works when you die on schedule, it is not actually a plan. Number 7. Have you actually tested your retirement budget for at least 3 months? Almost nobody does this. They build a spreadsheet. They assume they can live on 60 or 70% of their current income. Then they cross their fingers. Real retirement starts, and within a year, they are back to spending what they always spent, sometimes more. The fix is simple and brutal. 6 months before you plan to retire, run your life as if you have already retired. Cut your spending to your projected retirement budget. No work expenses, but also no extra travel or splurges. Live there for 90 days minimum. If you cannot sustain it, you have your answer, and you have time to either save more or work longer. Better to discover the gap now than 3 years into retirement. Number 8. What is your plan for purpose and identity after the work badge comes off? Number 8. What is your plan for purpose and identity after the work badge comes off? This question sounds soft. It is not. Retirement studies consistently show that the loneliest, most depressed, and least healthy retirees are the ones who tied their entire identity to their job. They did not see the drop coming. Work provides 4 things almost invisibly: structure to your day, social contact with people who are not your spouse, a sense of being useful, and a clear answer when strangers ask what you do. When all 4 disappear on the same Friday afternoon, most people are unprepared for the emotional drop that follows. The retirees who thrive build their replacement structure before they leave, not after. Volunteer roles, consulting work, deep hobbies, mentoring, classes have at least 2 committed activities lined up for week 1. Otherwise, the silence gets loud. Number 9. Do you understand the taxes on every withdrawal you will make in retirement? Most people assume their tax rate drops in retirement. For many high earners, it actually rises. Required minimum distributions can push you into higher brackets. Every dollar you pull from a traditional 401k or IRA is taxed as ordinary income. Withdrawals from Roth accounts are tax-free. Social Security can be partially taxable depending on your other income. Long-term capital gains from taxable brokerage accounts are taxed differently again. The order in which you withdraw can save or cost you tens of thousands of dollars over a 30-year retirement. If you do not have a written withdrawal sequence strategy, you are leaving money on the table every single year. Number 10. Who will make decisions for you if you cannot make them yourself? This is the question nobody wants to ask. It is also the one that creates the most expensive, most painful retirement disasters. Without proper documents in place, a sudden stroke, a dementia diagnosis, or even a serious accident can leave your family in a courtroom fighting over your money, your medical care, and your home. The 4 documents every retiree needs are a durable power of attorney for finances, a healthcare power of attorney, a living will spelling out medical wishes, and an updated revocable living trust or will. Average cost, $1,500 to $3,000. Average cost when you do not have them, often more than $50,000 in years of family conflict. Get them done before you retire, not after. Out of all 10 questions, 2 carry more weight than the rest. Question number 3, your plan for a bad market in your first 5 years. And question number 8, your plan for purpose after work. Get those 2 right, and the others become easier to solve. Retirement is not a number on a screen. It is a chapter that can be the best of your life if you walk into it with answers. Or the most stressful one if you walk in with questions you never asked. You are already ahead of most people just by watching this all the way through. If this helped you think differently, hit subscribe. We publish a new video every week to help you retire with confidence. And in the comments, tell me which of the 10 questions hit closest to home. I read every reply. Before you go, watch this next. 8 signs you should retire right now. It pairs perfectly with what we just covered.